Oh, good evening, dear friends. Oh my goodness, so happy to be with you this evening. My name is Nicholas Viselli. I am the artistic director of Theater Breaking Through Barriers. And yes, uh, as is custom, I am coming to you very, very live from right here in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, the heart of the Thunderdome. And on behalf of our entire company, our wonderful group of artists, our administrative team, our board of directors, I cordially welcome you to Theater Breaking Through Barriers' fourth Hybrid Playmakers Intensive, or HPI4 Transcendence Approaching. I hope you were able to join us last night. We opened our intensive this year last night. We were going to be running from tonight through the end of this week, through the 23rd. But we had a really wonderful play last night by Chris Phillips called The Torches to Burn Bright. Really a great sort of wonderful way to open the intensive because it really kind of hit a lot of the notes that I thought we really wanted to hit and talk about, and other things that are you're going to see in many of the other shows that we're going to be presenting to you this week. Um, I thought the idea or the general prompt for using the word transcendence was kind of wonderful because it can apply in so many situations. I think that the work that we're creating really does speak to the times that we currently live in, and perhaps allows uh, our artists to have a good jump off point in terms of how do we transcend? How do we move beyond? What is this thing called transcendence? Is it something that is indeed spiritual, metaphysical? Is it uh, um, a trying to find some sort of self-discovery, self-aware, self-reliance, self-strength? Um, is it something mystical? I mean, there's so many ways we can go with it. But I have to say, I love all of the shows, and I really love uh, the show that's going up tonight. So I'm really excited to share this with you. The play was written by I just have to I adore Fareeda. Fareeda Pasha is I've had the good fortune of knowing her for about 5 years, 4 or 5 years right now. And she has worked with us as a writer, as an actor, extraordinary in all things. She's also, full disclosure, on our board of directors. And she wrote this really wonderful piece called Drifters. So I'm really, really excited. It was directed by Anne-Marie Morelli, wonderful direction. And we have, oh my goodness, uh, Rhianna Basore, Jennifer Bradley, and Keith Murfee-DeConcini in our cast, a stellar cast. I don't even want to say any more about it. I just want to just get it on and let's talk about it afterwards. So, dear friends, without any further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the world premiere of Fareeda Pasha's Drifters.
Nevermore. Ah, damn it.
You lost him again?
I didn't lose him. He's hiding.
Cats don't hide, Sid. They plot, especially black cats, on Halloween.
You know, over here it's white cats that are bad luck. And Halloween is an American tradition concocted to sell chocolate and insulin.
Just because you're in England doesn't make you English. The only way to become English is to put kings and dogs above your own family.
Ooh, lucky for you, I hate dogs.
Hey, happy birthday, Sid!
Thanks, Anthony. It's sweet of you to.
I know, I'm very sweet. Every year you get older. God makes me sweeter.
You look happy. How's the house?
Same.
Bored of it yet?
Bored? There are still 2,500 bottles that need close inspection.
Anthony,
Odile,
Anthony, we talked about this. You have to leave that place.
someone had to finish Dad's work.
There's nothing to finish. He was a fraud.
Dad's who?
Academia, the press, his own research team.
We're his family, Sid. We're supposed to be on his side.
Anthony, you need to get out of that house.
I like it here.
You're young. Your future is wide open in front of you. Don't waste it on a fool's errand.
Dad puts his entire life into these drifters.
And ours, too.
I'm not gonna argue.
Really?
Really?
I was prepared for this to be a lot more contentious. I haven't even gotten to my third bullet point yet.
It's your birthday, right? I got you a present.
You did? Like you planned and saved money and purchased something from a commercial retail outlet? Oh, Anthony, you are growing up. It's another watercolor portrait of me as Edgar Allan Poe and my cat as a raven, isn't it?
No.
Anthony.
Well, it's not just that. I got you something so good, Odile, you're gonna flip.
I haven't flipped since 1989 when I was in the womb and Mom was on a roller coaster.
Look.
That looks like one of Dad's drifters.
I think it is.
You think? Wasn't it in the cellar?
No. I found it on the beach.
I don't believe you.
You think I'm lying?
I think that you have a romantic hold on truth.
Do you really think I will lie to you about this?
Anthony, you did not find a decades-old glass bottle that our father set out into the ocean to see if it could circumnavigate the globe like a Jules Verne adventure novel.
You know, you're absolutely right, Sid. Except strike the knot.
Dad sent out thousands of drifters.
Exactly. And dozens of them have shown up.
Mostly in England and France, because that's how oceans work, Anthony. Do you know how impossible it is for a bottle to start at one speck of Earth and travel all the way around the world unbroken to the same exact speck?
Dad was a genius. He understood the ocean better than anyone. And one day his theories will be textbook.
His theory that human will can control ocean currents is not a theory. It's crackpot.
It's not about controlling anything. It's about working with greater forces. Poseidon!
Poseidon does not take requests from marine biologists to prove their esoteric theories about the power of intention.
I didn't realize you and Poseidon were on speaking terms again.
I was afraid of this.
But you're not afraid of black cats or British teeth? You are so weird.
Look, I have a department dinner in an hour. I need to get ready and I need to find and feed the cat. So I'll tell you what I really want for my birthday.
Instead of a Nobel-worthy scientific breakthrough,
I want you to promise me that you'll leave that house, that I can sell it, and come move in with me here.
Cambridge? Really? With all those stuffy professors?
Hey, I'm a stuffy professor.
And yet, I'd still love you, Sid, because I'm American and family comes first. But Odile, come on, really? Me in the middle of England, rain, fog, and no beach?
Exactly. You could start your life and stop living dads. You could leave the past in the past and we could both move on.
First off, nobody leaves the past in the past, okay? That's called dementia. And second, what about Dad's drip duds?
Bury him. Anthony, if you're not going to listen to me.
I am listening. I'm just not agreeing.
Well, maybe you'll listen to Dr. Augustine.
That witch? I told her at Dad's funeral I never wanted to see her face again.
Good evening, Odile, darling. And I suppose good afternoon, Anthony, dear.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Augustine.
We're all adults now. Call me Helen.
Oh, wait. I thought your name was Judith.
Anthony, I'm sorry, Dr. Helen. We're having a bit of a row.
A row? Who are you? King Charles?
I was hoping that you could enlighten Anthony as to our discussion previously.
You know, Seth, when you kids act, you talk like an AI-generated email.
Anthony, you know, remind me so much of your father.
You want to stab me in the back too?
Confess, it hasn't been easy to live all these years knowing the hardship the whole great Atlantic debacle put on you two. However, to be absolutely frank...
Wait, I thought your name was Helen.
To be honest with you, Anthony, I wouldn't reverse my decision, because the unfortunate fact remains your father's desperation to prove the most extreme extensions of our wildest theories drove him to falsify field data, invalidating not only his own research, but mine as well. I took no pleasure in bringing that to light, but I do take solace in knowing the truth does always out.
He was never the same after what you did. He abandoned his passion, his travels.
His kids.
I am very sorry for the whole change the affair induced in his demeanor, Anthony. But it had to be done, you know. At a certain point, the evidence became insurmountable.
All you had were your suspicions.
Dear boy, that is not all I had.
An envy of his fame and of his popularity.
Anthony, don't.
Well, certainly have your father's flair for the dramatic.
Maybe you faked the results and pinned it on him.
Stop it. This is not how I wanted this to go.
Here to tear you away from whatever image of your father has propped up you through these difficult years. But I will say that when someone's own child comes to me as an eyewitness and says, "My father has been carrying bottles to various locations and burying them to discover them, to them into his study," I can't very well turn a blind eye, can I?
Child?
I can explain.
I see your discussion hasn't penetrated as deeply as I had thought.
Sit! You ratted on Dad?
It had to be done, Anthony. It was a lie.
How could you know that?
Because I was with him, okay? You don't remember, he used to make us join him on his jaunts around the world. Well, when the results weren't coming in and all his drifters were probably stacking up in the great American garbage swirl, he started to invent bottles. I saw him.
Work was quite clever. He was an expert after all. He knew how to make an unlikely drifter seem plausible. And it worked. Until it didn't.
It could have just been that one time.
7 times.
What?
And it was only going to get worse, Anthony. Somebody had to stop him.
Sis, when did your imagine start walking for the dark side, Odile?
Yeah, there are extraordinary things in this universe. Pregnant mysteries a select few have the talent to unravel. Help the game to have a cheetah in the midst. Science is about dispassionately disproving one's presumptions, not constructing one's own truth and making it fly with puppeteering string. Your father betrayed me, Anthony, and I'm almost over it. What's harder to swallow is that he betrayed you, too.
But
Anthony, it's time to let it go.
how do you explain this?
What's that? Where did you get that?
I found it today.
In Thorn's collection.
No, there was a hurricane. Dad always said hurricanes will help Poseidon. I mean, the currents could send us treasure, so I always check the beach after a storm. And there it was, stuck in the sand.
Are you sure that's the truth, Anthony?
Hey,
Yes, Dad's dead, and I found this.
Another version of this story that's a touch less fanatical.
Dr. Augustine.
Because if I may say so, you look and sound a whole lot like your father when he was your age. Just at the time he started to shift.
That's enough, Helen.
Won't be taken in by another charming storm chaser.
If my brother says he found it, he found it.
Alrighty then. That aside for a moment. Have it. Have you opened it?
No, I was waiting for Odile so we could do it together.
Closer. I've got to get a better look.
It had the mark, the one from the study.
Yes, I see. From right before the millennium turned, I'd say. Late 90s.
Late 90s.
Well, yes. The barnacles appear authentic. Although I really couldn't say without a proper analysis in the lab.
If we sent it to you, could you examine it more closely?
Yeah, I'm not sure that I want to. But I suppose I could. Yes.
What would you look for?
I'd examine the biological contents that have accrued on the surface. We can ascertain their provenance, so to speak. Approximate a path of travel. Well, then there's the bottle itself. The material, the stopper, which ought to be quite blown up if this is what it portends to be. But most important are the contents, which, if the stopper has held, still be intact. You'd have to examine the message, the ink, the paper, the string, if there is any. Could all be just a lot of rot. What fits there?
Your skepticism is inspiring.
But if it's there.
Honestly, dear, we still couldn't be certain the bottle isn't a hoax. Perhaps if this drifter weren't connected to a known fraud, who perpetrated one of the greatest duplicities ever inflicted on a credulous public, without any malice on your father's part. Some innocent found this specimen on vacation in Portugal, flew it back to America and left it on the beach there. Very simply, we'll never know.
All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream.
Robert Louis Stevenson.
No, Poe.
My field and yours are quite different, Odile, darling. Literature is the realm of the impossible made ordinary. Science, I'm afraid.
True.
Spoken like a true stuffy professor.
It appears we have an impasse.
Well, this has been delightful. Cheerio!
Thank you for your perspective. Nothing further is required at this time, Dr. Augustine.
Yes, nothing further is needed, Dr. Doom. If you kindly piss off, my sister and I have a pressing engagement.
Shudder to think what your mother would think of you getting mixed up in all of this crap again.
You have to go for your dinner. I know you hate being late.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that to Dad.
I'm sorry.
I know. I would have done the same.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Thanks for not telling me before. You're a good big sister.
You're welcome, Ant-Man.
You want me to mail this to you or to her?
No, open it.
What?
Open it, Anthony. Open the bottle.
Now?
Yes.
What if I break it?
You won't. I want to know what's inside.
I hope you didn't piss off Poseidon the last time you talked. Stop it! Stop!
You keep trying. Oh, use the oil like Dad showed us, remember?
Oh, yeah! It's coming off!
It's coming off?
It's coming off! Yes, it's working!
Well, the message is
working.
probably intact if the stopper's that flush.
I think it feels... I got it! I got it! I got it!
You got it? Oh, Lord, you got it!
Thank you, Poseidon. I'm sorry I peed in your bathtub so many times.
You did it! Is there a message?
Yeah. Wow.
What does it say? Is it Dad's handwriting? Is it Helen's?
It's yours.
What?
It's from you.
No.
Odile, it's your drifter.
I only sent one from home with Dad.
I think this is the one you sent.
That's not possible. It's just not possible.
It might not be possible, but it's real. Look.
Well, I can't read it. What does it say? I must have been like 10.
I remember. It was your birthday. Dad got you that boogie board I stole from you.
You were 8.
Actually, 7 3/4.
And Dad was showing us how drifters worked.
Before all the...
Fraud.
Yeah.
Read it.
Dear bottle finder, my name is Odile. I am named after a French lady, but I'm not French. Thank God. I'm American. I love pizza, the beach, and Edgar Allan Poe because he made me scared of things I never knew and I think it's pretty cool to draw on top of someone else's imagination just by putting ink to page. I don't have any big life advice because I'm 10. But I hope when you find it, you remember the ocean looks really big and places seem and feel far away. But my dad said you can put a bottle in the ocean and it can reach a person in China if you wanted to. So things aren't always as far away as they seem, I guess. They're only as far as you imagine them. I wonder what sand looks like where you are, and if your ocean has as much seaweed as ours. My little brother said seaweed is like fish burgers, but you can eat them, and it's good for you, my dad says. Do you have brothers or sisters? My little brother is so annoying, but he's also funny. But don't tell him that, because it makes him even more annoying. If you find that, call us on our home phone. And if you're a boy, make sure you tell my mom you're calling about a drifter, or she'll get mad. Or you could write me a letter and send it back, and I'll look for it whenever I'm on the beach, which is every day. I love the beach. Yours, nevermore. Odile Letts, October 31st, 1999. And then you put our address and phone number, and you enclosed a handwritten copy of The Raven, and you drew my face on a raven.
I did not.
Well, not the drawing, but do you remember that, right?
It probably never made it out to sea and could have turned right back in with the tide and settled there for all these years.
It could have,
Or
or
How about that, huh? Woo! That was a wonderful show, you guys. Come on, come on. Let's get everybody back here. Oh my goodness. All right, Keith. Oh my God, Fareeda, author, Jen. Oh my God, it's so good to see you guys. Oh, all right. Thank you guys so much. Um, wow, I really, you guys did such a great job with this. This was so well done, and I love the play. I really do because I just love the possibility and what it how it makes you feel. Really beautiful play. Um, what did you think, Steve? Any thoughts?
I was really moved by the relationship between the brother and sister. Really, really moved by that.
Yep.
Um, and it was very real. It actually reminded me of me and my sister.
Hmm.
The kind of brother sister squabble, but the firm belief and love of each other beyond that. And it actually sounded with the note that was in the bottle that has been the relationship from a very young age and continued into their adulthood. And
Yep.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you for all of you.
Yeah.
And
It
very
was.
well performed by all of you. Very
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, just so great, so solid. Um, Tucker, do you have any thoughts? Anything you'd like to say?
I love it and I really enjoyed the Gen English uh English her accent.
Ah, there you go. There you go. I think it's really wonderful because last night, although I try not to put like if we have some artists throughout this whole intensive that are pulling double duty, um, Fareeda being one of them, Jen being another one, Anne Marie being another one. So there you go. You got to see Jen uh, as a director. You're going to get to see Anne Marie as an actor. If you saw Fareeda as a playwright, if you were you're doing the live shows, right, Fareeda? Yeah. You have to come to the live shows to see Fareeda as an actor. Although we're going to be streaming that, so you'll get a chance to see it. But live, come to the live shows. You'll really enjoy it. Um, yeah, this was so wonderful. It was just such a beautiful show. What Tell me what inspired you to write this, Fareeda?
Um, Really, this group and the prompt. I mean, there's something about I had never thought of like a message in a bottle. I'm pretty sure that's like a Nicholas Sparks novel
Yeah.
or movie, and like all it makes me think of is rom-coms.
Yeah.
Um,
Or police song. It's a really good police song.
oh yeah, so
That's
true.
all that's all it's but every time when I read this the first time, that's all that I kept hearing in my
That
head.
was going in maybe for the full production we can get but I really, until the day before I wrote it, did not. We spoke as a group, and I sort of had so much to work with, and everyone was very generous, sharing their stories and their interests. And for me, I like to listen to like patterns of how people speak. And Jen mentioned she could do a British accent. I was like, well, I'm going to use that.
Mhm.
Um, and just different, interests that everybody had. And then I happened to read an article on the BBC about some message in a bottle that showed up from, I think, a World War I soldier, and it washed up very recently and was returned to his family, um, uh, some of his living relatives. And I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then this sort of just, you know, came out as a result of this whole group and this whole process.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It really it in so many ways captures a great perspective on this overall theme that we're going on. And in this sense, you have that, just in this case, the loss of the father who had obviously had such a big influence. And when he uh when he died, he was not in the held in the highest regard based on all of that circumstance. And to have this possible message from beyond that comes back only just indicates that beautiful thought of yeah, there's more to this than what we know, what we see, and
Yeah.
that is beautiful and very hopeful, and yeah, so well written.
Thank you.
You're an amazing writer.
Thank you so much.
I've had this opportunity to experience several of your plays, several of your works, and I just yeah, it's just always you're amazing. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Uh, okay, Anne-Marie, you got to direct this. You did an incredible job. Well, in all fairness, you had a lot of great material to work with. You had a wonderful play, and you had a wonderful group of artists.
Yeah,
So,
my job was done for me.
well, yeah, no, I mean,
Oh, this script was just gorgeous.
mhm,
Yeah, and this group was so amazing. The
yeah.
best I could do is like nitpick at the smallest things. Um, because they just all we did a lot of talking about it and what we thought, and we talked about their relationships with one another and tried to fill in things. Our big thing was trying to fill in the mother aspect, because there's nothing about the mother other than I can't imagine
what your mother would think about you doing this again. And I'm like, oh, well, so she knew the mother, but when did the mother die? Or when did, no, it was just, everything was there, everything was there. And these guys just got it. They just, and they're just so, they were so in sync with one another from the beginning.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was clear. You saw, I don't know how, I'm always kind of amazed at the fact that to build a relationship or a dynamic on stage, they're really, part of it is an energy or the chemistry that you're able to create, whatever that relationship is. And when we started doing these doing our work online, which I think is really, really important, considering the fact that Rhianna is on the West Coast, and Keith, you're on the West Coast, but a different part of the West Coast. I mean, how do we bring everybody together, and how do you form that chemistry? And everyone says, "Oh, it can't be done this way at a distance on a screen," and this is like the message in a bottle. It proves that wrong. And that says something for your ability as artists, but it also says a lot as in how it all came together, how in the script and how it was directed. So I really want to talk to you about that. I also don't want to hog this conversation because I've asked Steve and Tucker to be a part of it. So please, you guys, turn on your mics and chime in so you don't have to hear me yammering if you have any thoughts or ideas.
Well, I have a silly question, a really silly question. Jan, what I see an English house behind you or an English looking backdrop, and I'm curious how you came up with that particular image to give us a really sense of England. Like I looked at that and it was very easy to picture that you were in England. I know not all English residences look like that. I've been to England. I know that's not necessarily what it looks like, but it looks, it really gave us a sense of place very easily. Actually, as to where Keith is coming from, with the bottles in the background, kind of hanging on to dad's legacy.
Yep.
Oh, you were
Yeah, just
asking
want
me
to
where I
asking you a
got
question like, yeah,
where
I'm
the
sorry,
background and all
I
that.
probably used the wrong name.
No, not
Rihanna,
at all.
right?
no,
And
no,
it's
no,
not a
you were
silly
right.
I
That's
was right.
Jen.
I was right. Okay, sorry. I'm
and
seeing
it's
your character names, so
and it's not a silly question. But if I have to come clean, because I'm Dr. Augustine, and she would not lie like that other guy. Oh my gosh, I'm like rapping in British. Okay. So the background is actually one that I've used personally for a long time. So I guess that's a happy accident.
It's
I
funny
wish
because
I could say
you used it last night, and I really thought that was like your apartment because we start at 7:30, and when you came on, it was like around that time, and I was like,
right.
okay, yeah, that's it. And it just never dawned on me. It's like, no, the clock's not moving. It's
Hey,
nowhere near
nobody ages in this
that.
I hadn't noticed that.
It's perennially what, 7 4,
7:17,
I don't know,
7:16, yeah.
7:20 or something, 7:18.
Mhm.
I don't know. So yeah, I wish I could say something else to you, but I can't.
Yeah, but it was great. It was great. So let's open this up for to our brother and sister Rhianna and Keith. I want to just go back to talking about that, how you form that relationship, and I don't know. Again, I think you guys are really talented, but do you have any thoughts about that in terms of how you're able to accomplish this in this particular type of an atmosphere online, And you should start it, Rhianna? I'm giving it to you first.
Well, I do think it starts with the material. I thought that Fareeda had a really strong point of view on this relationship.
Yeah.
It was one that I actually have with my brother that I'm closest with, so I understood it pretty intuitively, I would say. And then also, I feel this way about Keith. Like it's a accurate reflection of I find him funny. I enjoy listening to him and he makes me laugh all the time. So I really think that relationship can't be created. I think it can be revealed. And so in this case, we were so fortunate to have been reflected back who we are, but also our possibility of who we are. And Keith and I felt like right out of the gate, we're really on top of what that could be and had a lot of fun exploring that. So I know it's not like a replicable thing, but when you have the right ingredients, I find that the soup is the most delicious.
You see, I think that's a great, yeah, I get it. I completely do. And it just really it's very believable that that of like the sort of the dynamic and the age difference, that clearly he's the younger brother and he still is the younger brother. Like that is so, it reads so clearly. What do you have? What kind of thoughts do you have on this, Keith?
Just that I agree with everything Rhianna said. Uh, it was easy to bounce off her because that chemistry was already there and it came through in the script. And so I could be as goofy as I wanted and laugh at my own jokes, which I really enjoy doing. And there was really no need to ad lib in this script at all because everything was written so perfectly. And it was just a joy to perform.
That's the earmark of a good script. It really is. I remember seeing an interview several years ago it was involving the Coen brothers movie, The Big Lebowski. I love The Big Lebowski. It's such a great movie. And the way, just the dynamics of the characters, everybody thought that they ad-libbed a lot because the actors are very good with doing a lot of improv and ad-libbing. And they are all like, no, we didn't ad. Actually, there was really very little ad-libbing at all. I mean, all of the stuff that was in there was as it was written. So when you've got a good script and you've got good actors who are connecting, it just comes together. It is that magic. It's what that's the best of what we do as artists on stage or on film, but let's say just for our purposes, or on screen in this case. It's amazing how it all comes together. So yeah, just so rock solid, all of you. I'm so proud of you, and so proud of the fact that you elevate the work of this company. It sort of embodies exactly what we try to do with all of our work. I guess the question I'm going to ask, because I was sort of asked to ask this, and I didn't ask anyone last night, but I'm going to do it now, based on the topic and transcendence. And you can certainly, I would hope you can tie it into this work that you've created this evening. What does that mean to you? What does transcendence mean to you? And I'd like to, you know what, Jen, I'm going to start with you because you were here last night too. So you had some more time to think about it.
And I couldn't go to sleep at all.
I know. I knew I was going to get you.
It's a good turn. I love being first. I don't.
Someone's got to be first.
As far as transcendence goes with this piece, for me, as a participant and observer, I think it's, for me, I think it's the relationship between Anthony and Odile, in that they have this history, obviously, as family together. And then this event, this tragic event happens. And when they're faced with the information directly on this particular moment, I don't think rising above it is the way that I want to go, but they're beyond what happens. It's like the issue, which I think Dr. Augustine would be really happy to enjoy happening, doesn't break them. If anything, it makes them stronger, and it brings about an honesty between them that, you know, is even stronger than it was before. So
yeah, I will agree with you. I think in this piece, transcendence comes in many different forms and on many different levels. So, and it is a personal thing. That's why it's kind of an interesting question. All right, how about you, Rhianna? What do you think?
I think in regards to this play, I've been thinking about how the heart of transcendence is rooted in redemption and forgiveness. And that for my character, especially, there are so many people to forgive: her father, herself, her brother, Dr. Augustine, even her mother, the world at large for breaking her heart. And so that we can only transcend when we are able to forgive and let go of what holds us back and bring the good stuff with us. I really am always left with the possibility of magic at the end of this piece. And I think that we have to let go of the pain to tap back into the magic to transcend. And that requires forgiveness and redemption.
That's beautiful. And wow, that's beautiful. I agree. I do. Thank you. Thank you for that. How about you, Em?
Oh, sure. Make me go after that. I'll just say, no, I do. In this particular piece, I think it is the possibilities. And it's the possibility of it actually being true that makes them grow even closer, I think. They end where, you know, it could have just turned around in the tide and landed there, and now it just showed up, or it could have really happened that it's, you know, it circled the globe and came back just like Dad said it would. And it's just that possibility that, again, the magic, and it brings an already close relationship even closer.
Yep.
Because the only two that could experience that.
Yep. I agree. I think that is absolutely true. I think what makes this kind of interesting is sometimes it is the shouting out into the void to try to find an answer, or to find strength, or to find hope, because you feel that what's around you is not giving you that. In the end, I think, for the point of this story, whether the mystical idea that that bottle circled around the world and found its way back to that shore is inconsequential. The real answer is it was discovered and manifested and brought back, and it delivered the message that needed to be heard at that time. And that's the key. That's the importance, I think. It's the fact that you feel that it's a younger version of you coming back to tap you on the shoulder. It's in many ways a version of your father, who says, despite all else, believe. Like, there's so much positive hope in this. that is really inspiring. How about you, Fareed? I have to give this to you, and I have to ask. I'm going to ask Keith last because.
I love hearing everybody's kind of thoughts about the piece because I feel like it kind of reveals itself to me through our discussion and how everybody performed it, and especially for me, Transcendence suggests a frictionless way of traveling of traveling, because it's not ascendance, right? It's not just, oh, I happen to go up, but it's frictionless and painless and awe-inspiring and healing. It kind of has all those aspects to it. And for me, the biggest component of that is this idea of, I feel like it's something that I search for, like, how do I get past this dynamic in this relationship, or how do I get just like let go of this thing that I've been holding on to for so long, and how can I do it in a painless way where I don't have to go to therapy and do a bunch of work on it? Like, can it just happen magically? And I think the huge fantasy of this piece, as you said, Nick, is not necessarily whether this bottle magically came around, but the fantasy is that our younger selves have, and ourselves from the past, something core to who we are, has the wisdom to take us anywhere we need to in life and to kind of help us transcend. So yeah, I didn't know what that message was going to say, or that, is it going to be from the father? Who's it going to be from? And then really going back to the prompt of like, what would be truly transcendent? It's not just getting a message from the beyond, but it's a message like this unexpected self that gets revealed. So
yeah, and that's beautiful. I mean, I think that's great because oftentimes we go searching all over the place to find an answer, which is oftentimes right under your nose. I mean, sorry that Steve and I were talking. He went to see the sequel to Wicked last night. Of course, we're thinking about The Wizard of Oz, and of course, in that dream, the answer is, you always wanted to go home. You were always there. You never left. And that is sort of a good lesson, and that's why it gets told over and over and over again. And so it's an important lesson, I think. Keith, what is transcendence to you?
So, in taking a cue from the writer of this piece this afternoon, I wrote my own message in a bottle. When asked what transcendent meant to me in the first group meeting, I, without hesitation, said that I believe that God increases my sex appeal every year. I see it every time I look in the mirror. And I believe that is how he plans to keep me single for the rest of eternity. I know it makes no sense, but I really don't know why God works in such mysterious ways. Now, everyone at my church is gonna love that joke, especially my pastor Ryan, because he's rolling his eyes right now. Honestly, though, transcendence for me is using unflinchingly humor to effectively break down barriers. Although Nick knows that I haunt every TBTB board meeting like the Phantom of the Opera. Regardless, the heartbeat of this company is unquestionably Nicholas Vicelli, who also uses his award-winning personality and charm, by the way, to help TBTB transcend to new heights every year. Nick, there's no doubt in my mind that both Ike, the founder of TBTB, and also your mother, are both looking down from above and remain extremely proud of all the hard and tireless work you have done. You have a great people helping you. One of the newest is our developmental director, Alicia, who joined us not too long ago. Again, what keeps me a lowly player around TBTB is that the people both in front of and behind the scenes making sure that company continues to strive to reach transcendence past the barriers that society places on people with disabilities.
Wow. Ah, I I don't know what to say about that. I can't even follow that. That is a hell of a thing. Uh,
Yeah.
Keith, thank you for that. I
Good thing you
think,
left him last.
yeah, I think the most important in terms of what we do as a company, as artists, just let's start at that level. I think it's our goal always to not just to, for ourselves, you always want to work, you want to stay active, you want to be able to create and do work that excites you or fulfills you in some way. I think um, uh, for this company, I think there's more to it in the sense that when you see in in our world that people tend to keep certain things on autopilot and they don't pay attention and they keep following along without looking closer. And it's gotten harder in our world to look closer. We tend to spend more time uh, scattered and focused and sort of just making snap decisions and moving forward. It's we need to look closer. You want to find the answers, you got to look. As this play would teach you, sometimes you got to look within. Sometimes it's good to hear a voice of your younger self who has the answers that you had no idea at the time that they had. Maybe you had to wait until you were an adult to hear that played back so that you understood it. Um, our goal as a company is to try to remind people gently but firmly and allow them to come to those decisions on their own. And I think that is transcendence. So it's who we are. In a world like this one that we are living in right now, the challenges have become a bit more, it's become more daunting to do this, but not impossible. And I said it last night. I have this painting on my wall, which was given to me by my wife for the holiday, which is a great little painting of Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. And it's that idea of seeing, people look at him as being mad, and his thing was, I choose to see the world as it should be, not as it is. And that is, I think, what we have to hold in our head. We have to keep moving towards that, even as impossible as it is, because we can find that we can make those things possible if we believe. So that's it. And I'll say that I don't have to really say much more because the work that you guys created tonight, all of you as a collaborative group, an ensemble, proves that. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, this play didn't exist. And you manifested it. You brought it to life. So that is transcendence. So thank you. Thank you for that. It is now 8:30 and we've talked way too much. Sorry. I want you guys to get a little bit of a break. So I'm just going to sign off, but I want to say thank you so much for your great gift, and I'm thrilled that we get to do it again. I want to thank all of you for tuning in as well. We really, really appreciate you coming to see our work. Please, if you like what you saw tonight, tell your families, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody, because the work that we are doing, first of all, not only is it free, you're getting something really special here because you're seeing something that is absolutely free of charge. I sort of feel like in a special shout out to public broadcasting, we want to be able to present something that is of good service and also free. So we're so grateful that you could tune in. That's really, really important. I hope you'll continue watching because we have an incredible, I mean, the rest of the week, our programming is just outstanding this week. I have to say, I think the whole transcendency thing was a good idea because the works that came out of this are so exciting. And I'm really, really excited that you're all going to be able to share it. So tomorrow evening, we have another wonderful play. Tomorrow is a play that was, we have a play that was written by one of TV's core company members, one of my dearest friends, and who has been working with this company longer than I have, Pamela Sabah. She wrote a really beautiful piece called Blue Distance. It was directed or will be directed by Graydon Gund, and it features just an ensemble. It's a twofer tomorrow, or a two-hander tomorrow night. Melissa Jennifer Gonzalez and Marianne Conk. So we hope that you will tune in 7:30 right here, 8:30 again on Facebook. Thank you all so much. If you like what you saw, go to our website, tvtv.org. Click the donate button. We could really use your support right now, especially in a time when things are being pulled away from the arts. We just got our funding from the state today, which is always lovely to get support from the state, but they had a big funding cut. So we, not just us, but many arts organizations lost probably close to 38% of what we normally get every year. So it's just a sign of the times. So we could really use your help more than ever. As when you're a partner in our art, we take that very seriously. That's how we circle our wagons and unite. So we hope you'll do that. All right. Join us at, I'm going to log on in a few minutes and we're going to be on Facebook. So we hope you'll join us there. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening. Steve, we'll see you on the other side. Tucker, you don't have to log on. We'll see you on the other side and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.